Hi, welcome back to the item. My name's Glenn Knight and today's item number is TR111 and it's the bleed control kit by ProTrainings. Now I'm joined today by Keith Slytome, who's going to talk us through the pack and tell us why it's so good for people who own care homes, maybe domiciliary companies, dementia cafes and so much more. So welcome to the item, Keith. This is the bleed control kit. Can you tell me more about it?
Yeah, sure. The kit itself is for any catastrophic type bleeding or very serious bleeding, because if someone's cut themselves badly, we've got to keep that blood in the body. The more that's lost, the greater the chance of shock and also death. So the idea of these kits is to be able to treat catastrophic bleeds very quickly before the emergency services get there, so that they've actually got more blood in the system.
Right, and what's included in the pack then, Keith?
Yep, so this pack it's ideal for any care home setting, out on the road as you said, but also community areas that you can have these out and about, in businesses as well, because they've got all the bits you'd like to need to control a bleed. So inside here there's two sides to it. You've got gloves you can get access to very quickly. There's two pairs of those, so that if we were helping someone, we got gloves each, or if you had you tore a glove, you could put new gloves on. On each of the sides there's different bits in here. If you've got a limb injury, there's a tourniquet. Right. So the tourniquet would go around an arm or a leg if there was a catastrophic bleed. Now, things like amputations in the care sector is very, very rare. However, you might get a serious bleed, might be an accident, or out in the streets it might well be knife attacks, stuff like that, that can be a problem. So that's a commercial tourniquet. And also in here there's lots of little things, a pencil, because you need to note what time the tourniquet goes on, or any of the other treatments. We've got some scissors, and if there is a cut you might need to cut away clothing. And then also here, a foil blanket. Now foil blankets are important because as people lose more blood and they get colder, it means their blood's not clotting. So if we can keep them a lot warmer, it means that there's more chance of the clots developing.
So this is actually a lifesaver, it's not just a kit. And what I love about it, it's also a grab bag, isn't it? So if there's an emergency like a fire, where could be injuries, we could grab this and take this with us. So I think that's quite important. But actually, this is for anyone. This could be in the home, couldn't it?
Yep, ideal in the home, workplace, scout groups, absolutely anyone. We do these into taxis, restaurants, things like that as well, because there's any time there could be an accident. You never know now. There's knife attacks and there's gun shootings and explosions. It's just being ready for just in case something happens.
Yeah, and I think ultimately we don't know what's around the corner. So having something like this in hand is so important. So thank you, Keith. Now this is item number TR111. It's a really important piece of kit. We all think about first aid kits, but do we think about bleed kits? We need to control that bleeding. By controlling that bleeding, we're going to save lives. But also don't forget, when you're using a kit like that, we always advise that you've done a first aid course, because it's so important. So this is TR111. It's available on the item today and can start saving lives tomorrow.